What's up, people? It's your boy Techkendo with another episode of Tea Talks, and this time around I want to talk about none other than Drake. Now, Drake recently, boy, let's go back a little bit. Let's go back a little bit, because I've been saying for a while now, Drake seems to really love the UK culture. He seems to really want to be part of it. You know, collaborating with people like Skepta, Gigs, brought a lot of UK artists into his last album. Also did the whole Fire in the Booth with Charlie Sloth, something that a lot of UK artists have been famous for doing. And yeah, was it a couple of weeks ago now? Yeah, the little madness with Wiley, where Wiley basically called him out. And said, hey, look man, you're a culture vulture, innit? Like, you're on our turf, on our ends, trying to basically be a culture vulture, trying to kind of scavenge and, you know, be part of something that you never helped to create. Drake responded by calling man goofy. You know, each to their own. He felt like he wasn't trying to be a culture vulture. He was just trying to, you know, help to elevate something that was already big. Not that we asked for his help, but you know, he came over trying to say, hey, look, I've got a platform. I'm trying to bring you guys up on this platform too. Now, it seems that Mr. OG Rootz, aka Dirty Goods. Now, he's an MC that a lot of old school grime heads will know of, that was there in the very beginning of grime. You know what I mean? He was affiliated with people like Nasty Crew and so on back in the day. Now, he also had beef with Wiley back in the day. Basically, that stemmed from the whole thing of people calling Wiley the godfather of grime, and Mr. Dirty Goods or OG Rootz beg to differ, saying that he was, you know, the original instigator or the original creator of grime, or at least part of the crew that started to initiate it before Wiley, you know, put his stamp on it. Now, that's an argument that can go on for days. I'm sure that can go back and forth. But today I want to talk about this latest track from OG Rootz called Goofy, where he's basically coming at Drake, basically kind of coming from the stance of saying that, Wiley, why didn't you say nothing? Like, Wiley, you should have said something. You should have come at man. When man called you goofy, you was actually in the right for calling man a culture vulture, and man came back at you calling you goofy, and you ain't said nothing. You basically, I think he even apologized, or they made their peace or whatever. But OG Rootz ain't having it. So without further ado, I wanna let's get into this thing here right here, car. It is a bit of a madness still.
See? Who's goofy? Every move you made is fruity. You've got an enormous fan club, yet you're an industry groupie. I guess now you've been around your loopy, on the set talking loosely. You couldn't.
Straight away, bars upon bars upon bars upon bars. Look like Mr. OG Rootz ain't lost his barology. You know what I mean? Like, man's coming hard. Man said something like, who's goofy? You're moving fruity, but at the same time you're an industry groupie. Oh my gosh. Now, saying that Drake's an industry groupie, I mean, Drake's everywhere, innit? He's everywhere. You can't. Whew. I think there's more to come. I ain't gonna say too much too soon. Let me just.
Someone tell him, oh, what's that M16 in his melon? I get 03, the niggas in the O2, where do I go to? If I eat and I go to, you couldn't bring me on the stage when I'm local. I'm a sound boy, I blaze the vocals. It's not a sing ting, you've been on a gym ting. I've been on a grime set with Nicky Slim ting. You was on the internet looking inking. You can't come around like you're the kingpin. I was on the map when you wasn't on the track. From back then, you've been up on UK set, it's a fact. You ran with Craig Davis now, it's a fact. You only wear stonies now, it's a fact.
Ooh. So basically, man saying you've been in the UK Bulls for a while, fam. He even went as far as to say that man took Craig David's style and tried to run with it. I never thought of that before, you know. But when you really check it, Craig David did start off the whole MCing, singing thing in the UK anyway. Way before Drake came along. So, is he possibly trying to insinuate that Drake was clocking the UK scene from early? Bit of man style that he saw kind of did his thing. Craig David was bigger than, no matter what you want to say about Craig David, he had his hits back in the day and he did his thing back in the day. But that's a big shot. That's a big 5-inch shot right there. I ain't gonna lie.
You were born in E3, in East London we come back. How many more times are you gonna pirate MCs and think we won't club that? You bitten off crime and bitten off chill, you're the wickedest imitator still. Let me put him on chill, refrigerate your skill and serve him like man to the Iceland till. These are cold bars for real, but no red and blue pill. But I prefer when it's my name, they hit up on the bill, cause on the real, none of the man are than will. Too sharp, they're in a rhubarb. It was God's plan to slew you, dog. Throw up your pen game 2 marks. Out here's one big funeral yard.
Now I'm hoping a lot of you Americans will get the bars. If not, I don't know, man, genius it, like YouTube it, Google it, I mean. But yeah, he's got a lot of bars, a lot of things in there, a lot of content he's saying in there. Like he's really kind of, you can tell man's pissed off. Man basically feels like he's really been, Drake has really tried to imitate, I more or less mock the UK scene, the UK thing, and I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't go as far as to say that I felt that man was mocking it, but I do definitely feel like Drake definitely kind of invited himself into the UK thing. And I know a lot of Canadian slang and UK slang is a little bit similar in places, but yeah, I think he really loved the culture in it. Like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know, man. Let me know down below. Let's go.
When I say this, I will start hating. None of us shit for your playlist. Only on Spotify, only on streaming, but we don't fuck with that shit on the street thing. It's not a big thing. You couldn't go back to back with me, King. I got stressed.
It's not a mate thing. You couldn't go back to back with me, King. That's a little dig at the whole back to back thing that he did with Meek, saying you can't do that with me, basically. Ooh, what else did man say? Man's talking about, yeah, your streams are high. Your Spotify streams is high, and you know your YouTube and all that is high, but we don't really fuck with you on that level on Vogue in London. Again, depends who you're talking to, really, innit? But obviously, Drake don't really make no tunes for the mandem on Vogue. Like, if you're talking about the UK scene right now, the UK scene right now is it's all about drill, grime, you know, real hardcore artists coming out right now, and Drake's not really on that level. And when he does try to do it, a lot of the UK people, we ain't really feeling it like that, you know what I mean? But it's debatable. Again, it's debatable. Depends who you ask, man. Let's get back into this. Man out calling, talking about UK Damage. Damage was a group back in the day, a UK group back in the day. R&B group, man. It's not R&B thing. Jeez. He's got bars, this guy.
One of them should have showed you about weeding. Man, I got you on a cheap ticket. You wanna come up in the grand team beefing. I run up in the stadium squeezing. When I'm defending my scene, there's a reason. The world's anticipating the day I'm releasing. Man, I gotta bring them pleasing. You're not Jesus, you're a user. The definition of culture abuser. If it wasn't the days of a computer, I run up on a boy with a 16 shooter. Mostly I've got hits with Luther. Now I see the sunshine in the future. Man, I look Lambos and I got my Rambo. If you ever slip outside Nando's, go into the man that is being tangled. Never gonna trade places random.
Someone tell man he's been tangled. Remember that advert back in the day when man used to say you've been tangled, man, run up on a man and slap you in your face. Ouch. Man basically saying he wants to just give Drake a backhand one time. Man said we switched places. Randolph. I swear that's a shout to is it Come to America? No, not Come to America. Trading Places. You know, the Rudolph or Randolph. It was like when they put that little bet out. Yeah, if you know the movie, you're born in the 80s, you know the movie. If not, look it up. One of Eddie Murphy's best movies ever, Trading Places, dope film. But yeah, a lot of little subliminals in there. Yeah, I think this is going to be one of them tracks where I'm probably going to have to listen to it a couple times and peel it back layer by layer. As my boy You know what I'm talking about. As my boy Pusha T said, I think we're gonna have to peel this back layer by layer. Oh gosh.
Step out your penthouse, you're getting back though. Big dog plate, man, so let the fans know. You can't try me, I'm grimy, I'm Wiley. Man, I've been done from the 90s. I'm grime daily and nightly, I'm likely to win an MC, trying to run the place like me. When I take those right in lightly, you get lightning strike, you bite me.
Woo! So we don't take ghostwriting lightly. You get something if you bite me. So basically, man, you know, I think anyone who goes at Drake has got to mention the whole ghostwriter thing in it, because obviously, yeah, that's something we just don't. I mean, if you're a real lyricist, you don't respect that. Even if you tell me you got help from somebody, or you know, they just wrote a couple bars or whatever, it's like, nah, that's your craft. You're supposed to be into your craft. Again, debatable. Some people will say, hey, that's what it is these days, and I get it. But me personally, I love hip hop, I love lyrics, and yeah, I gotta say how I feel, and yeah, it never gets old for me, man. You talk about Drake's ghostwriting history or past or alleged, you know, situations. Yeah.
You say my name doesn't like me, but you gotta respect my name or fight me. Now what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Welcome to London, grime is grime. Head start rolling up, start flying. This is my podium at the timeline. You were jealous of Extentacion. To me, you just one big fascio. You took a style, you on Kiki. You gotta hit a boy, hit on him neatly.
Is he accusing Drake of having something to do with Extentacion, however you pronounce it? I'm sorry, God bless the dead, but I can't never pronounce the brother's name. I got a lisp. But Extentacion, is he accusing him of having something to do with his death? Because he's saying how you took Extentacion's flow and used it on Kiki. You never liked him. I gotta pull that back. Hold on. You got a hit and then put a hit on him neatly. Oh, ouch. I mean, obviously, personally, I don't think Drake's about that life. I don't think Drake would have put a hit on Extentacion or nothing like that. But still, that's some big, bold words. He's clearly trying to get Drake's attention. I don't know if Drake, I very much doubt Drake will respond to this, but I mean, you never know actually, because Drake seems to be into this UK thing right now, so it'll be very interesting if he does, because he's coming out with shots. He ain't playing about. The silencer is off. He's just like, wow.
See, you wanna beat me discreetly, but it's the champion sound. I'm telling you, no bomb, one can defeat me. Man, I paved the way and you can't repeat me. I ain't even met you like Triple X, but obviously you can hear that I'm a triple threat. Man, I getting buns thicker than a cigarette. In the UK, there isn't no bigger bet. London, man, 11 MCs, and we eat MCs like rice and peas. He didn't try to take Kendrick at his element. Around here, I'm a permanent resident.
Woo! So you couldn't take Kendrick out his element. Around here, I'm a permanent resident. So again, coming at, he's done his research on him, or he's, should I say, he's just been ear to the ground in this whole Drake situation, because obviously everyone knows that there was a bit of rumbling about some kind of feud or beef between Drake and Kendrick at one point. Obviously, never really escalated, nothing came of it, and yeah, obviously, who knows, man. Kendrick ain't really one to really go direct at people, apart from obviously on the Control verse, but even that, I don't think that was of this. But yeah, people kind of say that Drake couldn't really come at Kendrick. Who knows? Again, one of those things that we don't know till we know, innit? But yeah, these guys spitting some fire right here. You want a hotline, so thank me later. So man dropping the names of his albums in there and everything. Again, not really a hard diss, but he's letting him know, like, yeah, I ain't scared to talk about your name, your albums, everything to do with you. Like, I'm coming at you directly. And again, this is off the back of him, from what I understand, this is off the back of OG Rootz basically feeling like, Wiley, why are you backing down? The man, you called man out, man responded, then you ain't said nothing basically. So OG Rootz is basically repping for the UK right now. He's saying, nope, This Canadian's coming to our border. He's crossed our border, and now we gotta let him know that, hey, we ain't no idiots around here. Again, depends how you feel, but however, whichever way you feel, OG Rootz is putting it down right in this tune right here. I can't deny that. You can't take that away from me. You got bars and you got lyrics.
I know you thought it was over, but somebody should have told you I'm colder. I let it go like a revolver, and shots fly over your shoulder. Heard you be sniffing the coca, yeah, you don't know, man, called you a vulture. You can't come in this man in London down the road, boy, you been found ring in a mirror's outer. When you hear pop, it's not soda, neither. One of them tunes in your folder. I'm as sick as a boulder, and as slow as a polar. Yeah, that ain't my own, you roller, roller. Man, I take up plate, man, I like holder. Man, I like who's this, then I say the older. I'm the charger and the controller, and as soon as I find the plug, it's over.
I'm the charger and the controller. Controller.
Trust me, man can't just come in London and bad up the grime scene, fam. Are you mad? Talking about Godfather. Man, I call it man goofy, and there's no dog plates flying back and all of that.
Jeez.
Represent London City, fam. Come on, fam. You know better than that, fam. I told you better than that, fam. Come on, man. Don't let man just badge you up like that and think say London's some easy going thing, you know.
See, that was a double-edged sword right there. He was going at Wiley and Drake in that little outro, little speech right there. He was basically saying, I taught you better than that, Wiley. Like, man called you goofy. You ain't said nothing back to him, so I got to send a dub plate back to him, like a diss record back to him myself, because you was taking too long. Boy. And again, the whole Godfather thing, I know OG Rootz is still pissed about that, because again, he considers himself to be the godfather of grime, whereas people have been calling Wiley the godfather of grime. Now, is it because Wiley became more popular? You know, he kind of put it on the map in a more prominent way than OG Rootz did? Who knows? Again, debatable. Let me know what you think down below. Jeez.
Come on, man, balance out the thing, Reg. Sure. I like to write the dub plate myself, you taking so long.
Whew. So there you have it. There you have it, OG Rootz. Okay. My thoughts? Certified. That's certified right there. That tune there, I reckon that's a banger. I don't know if it will blow simply because OG Rootz, I mean, he's got the following. There's no doubt about that. Anyone who's been into the grime scene or knows about the grime scene from day will, you know about OG Rootz, and more than likely, you know, support this and pump this and share this and give him the streams and give him the plays. However, he hasn't got the platform at this moment. This may be what takes him off, what boosts him up, who knows, but this is a banger. And to be real, I never heard no one, especially from the UK, come at Drake. Like, I think Wiley did definitely open up them floodgates by being the first UK artist to call man out and say something about, you know, his kind of, I don't know, his kind of his visitation on UK turf, the grime scene, the music scene, collaborating with so many UK artists. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't. Depends how you look at it. Really depends how you look at it. I mean, personally, I didn't really think there was nothing wrong with it. I did think it was a bit over the top, a little bit, like, because he was using quite a few UK artists and using a lot of UK slang and then being in a lot of UK. But again, I say I'm conflicted. I'm back and forth in it. I'm probably giving out bare mixed messages right now, because on the one hand I can say, man, you kind of seen that you was begging it a little bit, but at the same time it's like, hey, you're showing love. Appreciate that. Not how many other American artists have showed us love. There's been a few, but not as much as Drake is doing it. But is it love or is it being a culture vulture? Again, that's up for debate. That's up for debate. I don't know. I know this guy's killed it. I will be pumping this track couple more times to kind of dissect it a little bit more, peel back them layers and see what else he's got to say between the lines. But interested to see what Drake's gonna do, if he does anything. Even interested to see if Wiley will say anything, if Wiley's gonna get involved, because obviously it's a bit of a weird one, because he's coming at Wiley and coming at Drake. OG Rootz made a tune about a year ago, this in Wiley. So is Wiley gonna come and say, yeah, for real, you know, let's come at Drake together, which I doubt. Who knows? Who knows? It's getting interesting. That's all I know. The pot is stirring, and there's a whole heap of passes to come. I know that much. But yeah, boy, who knows? Who knows what's gonna come next, man? Because right now I know OG Rootz is definitely stirring the pot. I don't know if you're gonna hear something back from Wiley, if Drake's gonna come back and say something. Because Drake seems to like getting involved in this UK scene so much. I personally feel he gotta say something. He's gotta say something. If you could respond to a Wiley Twitter or Wiley tweet, sorry, then you gotta reply to this. You gotta say something. If you're a lyricist, come on, man. Man's coming at you very hard, very legitly. So we'll see, man. Watch this space. If there's any more replies, I will be talking about it. And as you know, if you like what you hear, share, like, follow, all that good stuff. As for now, it's T Talks, Techkendo. I'm out.